I'm going to read this off because I don't want to miss anything that you have your hands in. Okay. With this downtime, even before the downtime, you were doing a podcast, you're
Yes.
making music videos, you're
Yes.
connecting with fans on social, which you
Yes.
connect with even with us on social. I mean, you have a clothing line, HGA, you have having a family and kids. When do you find time to just rest?
Mm, that's a very good question. Um, so uh, just like I have obligations to those things, I have an obligation to rest, and I'm not just talking about just going to sleep. I mean going to enjoy myself.
Mm,
That's taking my wife out. That is going to the gym. I love boxing, so that's getting some rounds in. That's getting a good meal.
yeah,
I believe that one of the most neglected areas in um the understanding that we have American Christianity is what I call the discipline of goodness, meaning
mm,
that in the way that you are disciplined in going to church on Sunday and disciplined in small group or accountability or whatever it is, that you have a similar discipline in enjoying your life. That God's goodness is to be experienced, not just to
mm,
be, thought about
mm,
or only seen as the sacred goodness, like when I'm just praying or when I'm just doing a Bible study. That's the kind of good. So long we pit that. Like I pit spending time with God and reading a devotional from, Max Lucado or whoever against going for a walk. You know what I
mm,
mean?
yeah,
That if you're gonna pray, you gotta pray with your eyes closed in a closet somewhere. When the life is to be experienced in its fullness, that
yeah,
the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So that you're to be experiencing God across the spectrum
mm,
and enjoying yourself is a big piece of that. So we plan that and we invest in that. If that means saving up money and buying a hot tub, that's a very spiritual thing. It really
hey,
is.
listen.
And so, anyways, I write that in, and that's a part
Mm,
of what I believe keeps me grounded. I have wrestles, have struggles,
right,
but in terms of being a healthy father and Christian and man, those things are contingent upon me wielding all that God has provided uh, to glorify Him with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So yeah. So I'm writing about this. This is the importance of therapy and Christians having good counselors in their lives.
yeah,
All of this is what God is. I just last thing. I was just with a family member last Saturday, and she said to me, she said, God isn't answering my prayers. Why?
mm,
And
mm,
I said, what are you praying about? She
mm,
said, well, I'm praying about this depression.
mm,
And I said, Auntie, if you get a headache, do you pray that God takes the headache away? She's like, yeah. I said, but do you also take ibuprofen? She said, yeah. I said, do you see that as two different? They are two different things categorically, yes. But
mm,
do you think that God is only involved in one of those? He's only involved with the prayer, but not in ibuprofen. How do you think
mm,
ibuprofen was made? Where did they get the Where did they get the healing properties or the anti-inflammatory properties that are in ibuprofen? Where did that come from?
yeah,
It's come from God, and you are to enjoy it to His glory and use it to His glory. Whether you eat or you sleep or you drink, do it all to the glory of God. So I said, in the same respect, mentally and emotionally, you're praying, which you should pray. But God isn't just saying, just wait till I magically take this away. He's also saying, I provided you with counselors and therapists and psychologists. That I bless that. That's a part of having a good discipline of goodness. That
listen.
God's goodness is experienced and seen in all these different places. And Christians are often recalcitrant or suspicious towards. I don't want to make an idol out of it. I don't want to, you know, why put salt on the steak? You know what I'm saying? Just eat it how God gave it. No, you understand
You got to
that
marinate that.
flavoring life is good. It's a good thing to flavor life, and God wants you to enjoy it. He made fruit delicious.